How do you feel about like the imposter syndrome?
I think it's really common for artists to get it, but like now that I've done Coachella, it's like, okay, well, what's next? Imposter syndrome was like, did I deserve that? Like, did I deserve to be that? But yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I've been working for fucking 15 years, you know, to get to that moment. So look at what you've done, you know, whether you're a DJ or artist.
Well, let's go back to the Coachella performance because I didn't get to ask you. When you were like about to play, was it like 1:30 at the Mojave tent? You're like, fuck, I'm about to go up. Like, how did it feel like in that moment, like right before you walked up to the deck and then you saw your family, you saw friends, you saw like, take us back to that moment.
So right before I got on stage, I didn't even have my like artist wristband. I didn't have a wristband, and obviously I'm not like this like world famous DJ. So every checkpoint it was like, wait, kind of like, okay, you're good. So it was like, you're good. So that I was prepared for the DJ set, like music wise and mentally, but I think that kind of got me nervous because I'm like, fuck, like, what if they don't let me in for my DJ set, you know? Like, so then once I finally got back there, and when I got back there, they didn't have the proper equipment that I was supposed to use to hook up my laptop. So I was like, fuck, like, but good thing I got there super early. I've always been a very punctual person, and mind you, the people at the Gobi tent were so dope. All the dudes there were super cool and super helpful. I smiled the whole fucking time, bro, because like I get goosebumps thinking about it, because it's like that was the moment. I wanted to stay in that moment forever, bro. Like that was like, this is fucking it. Like this is what I've been fucking waiting for. So I wasn't nervous. I was so calm, so collective. My homegirl Steph, who's like a cousin to me, gave me a water bottle full of aguardiente, which is like this Colombian like liquor that tastes amazing. And I was just sipping on that, had a couple of sips of that right before, and I was like, all right, let's get this shit. You guys come in, seeing my family there, seeing like random people just flow in. It was just like a beautiful moment for me, bro. I didn't need to I think I told you this earlier, like maybe 50 of you guys there, you know, really at the front. But that shit felt like 1,000 people because you guys were, the energy you guys had, that everybody had there, like it felt like 1,000 people. And the day before, I didn't know what I was gonna play. I was like, I'm gonna play like a slow music, like what? And DJ Gabriel, who is the DJ who's DJed at Coachella the most, he's like the resident DJ there, older guy. He's maybe like in his 40s now. We had a conversation. He went to come check out my set at the Silent Disco. I've known him from the IE days, same thing. I know a lot of the DJs that are like constantly at Coachella through those days, and you know, was always working in the hip hop scene. I asked him, I said, after my set at the Silent Disco, I was like, bro, what should I play? And he was like, play whatever the fuck you want. Play what people know you for. Play what like you feel like are gonna feel comfortable with. Damn, that's the realest shit. And I was like, I love house music. Right now I'm like super into like reggaeton and like Latin shit, and I love classic house stuff. So that's where like the set came out, like kind of formed. And I was really into like this genre called Amapiano, which is like this genre from like South Africa that's like house, but it's Afro beats as well. So that's why I started the set off with that, because it was kind of slow and it kind of gave me time to build it up. And then I got into, you know, all like the house stuff, and then the Latin tech house shit, which was like my favorite, because like I felt like that was the moment, that was like the peak of it, when everybody was just fucking jamming and relatable, you know, like all the reggaeton hits, but like house, I ended it with like all the classic house, like Show Me Love and all those, but there were remixes, there were newer remixes. So I just felt like I showcased myself and my likes and my interests of music in my own way, like in the most fresh, cool way that, honestly, I feel like that was one of my best sets of my life. Not because it was Coachella, but because it was that moment of like, I know what I'm coming for, and if this is like the last time I'm gonna like play something like this, like I'm gonna make sure it's fucking like worth it, and everybody remembers like this shit. Yeah, bro.
If you had to go back to the moment, would you change anything? How would you make things better? Is there something that you fucked up on? The performance, I got just the whole weekend, like from Silent Disco, because you played Silent Disco twice. You played on Thursday and you played on Sunday night.
Yeah.
So you got to play 3 times at the festival.
Bro.
What would you do different if you had to go back and redo it again? Like if they invite you next year, you're like, oh shit, next year my set's going to be more fire. It's going to do this.
Right.
It's gonna be,
So the only thing I really fucked up on was I recorded that shit, and like right after, like, because of my adrenaline, I just closed my laptop. It's like, fuck. But I was able to save the set, so it was fine. But I think the only thing that I feel like I fucked up on was not being able to record like my actual voice when I was like talking to the crowd. I think because the mic, you know, obviously would have picked up some of like the interactions and stuff. I think that's the only thing that I fucking regret. Like, fuck, I wish there was a way to have recorded myself, like my actual voice talking to the crowd and the interactions. And also, like, I mean, that was not really a fuck up because it was last minute and you had to like wait like 2 weeks to get somebody to go and actually record the set. Like, you got content, which I'm so thankful that you did that, bro, because I wasn't able to get like any real content from Coachella, you know, because being that I was so early, it wasn't recorded on like the live stream. So I think that's the only thing that is regretful. Not that I regret, but that is regretful that I'm like, fuck, I wish there could have been more of like more like just content, like somebody record, videographer, all that. Kind of going back into the campground stuff. Nothing that I regret from there. I loved the actual moment that I played Coachella, but I had the most fun at the campground. Everybody's on one, like late at night. It's not hot, bro. When you play, there's 2 DJs, right? There's either purple channel, green channel. Both nights that I fucking, there was a delay with my laptop. So I had to like restart my laptop. So the other DJ already started playing. So you would see a bunch of like green headphones. And I'm like, the first night, it was like, watch your green headphones. And I'm like, fuck. And I was like, what channel am I on? Purple channel, right? And I already coming into the weekend knew like, okay, there's a bunch of Bad Bunny fans. They like house. I'm going to just play my Latin tech house shit. Like, seeing the crowd go from, no offense to the other DJ, all love, but seeing the crowd go from green to all purple, I was like, holy fuck. Like, I loved it, bro. I loved it. And I was just kind of like, that was kind of one of the moments where the imposter syndrome went out the fucking window. And I was like, I fucking deserve to be here. Like, this is why. If I could, because I was before my actual set at Coachella. So that was kind of like my moment of like, all right, bro, like, you're a good DJ. Like, you know, and it was cool to see the reactions. And after, like, people come up to me and be like, bro, you fucking killed that shit. I still get messages like now. Like, it wasn't crazy, bro. Like, oh my God. Like, but I still get love from like, oh, bro, like I was at the silent disco and you fucking murdered that shit. And so many people got upset because I didn't record any of the sets, which that's one thing I do regret. Not recording the sets at the silent disco. But bro, both of those nights were fucking so dope, dude. Yeah. Silent disco is really where the fucking party's at, you know? Like,
yeah, okay, once you play Coachella, like you were saying, what's next? Like, did other people, other venues, other festivals approach you because you were on the Coachella lineup? Did you get emails? Like, how does that work? I'm just curious, like, how do people...
So thankfully I've gotten a lot of love and like wanting to get booked. Because of that. No festivals have hit me up yet, but I mean, I hope with time.
Have you reached out to other festivals?
I don't like. I feel like
for me, like you gotta use that as leverage.
Yeah,
like,
you think so,
bro? That's you. That's the.
I think that's my imposter syndrome, bro. It really is.
It's David, bro. Like, this man
David,
up, bro.
Call this motherfucker. Right
yeah, I know, bro.
Call him right now.
You know, and that's what like. You're right.
Because not everybody has that in their resume, bro.
Because like,
you're right.
Let's say, yeah, like what the fuck? Like that's it's the most iconic festival in the world, bro. Yes, there's bigger festivals, maybe more people. Yeah, there's maybe like EDM festivals, right. But Coachella, like culturally, like worldwide, it's the most important festival. So now if you send out, let's say, 20 emails a week to the top festivals, even smaller festivals, you know,
right.
Whatever, this music being played everywhere, clubs in LA, clubs in Orange County, clubs in whatever, Mexico. If you send 20 emails every day and then in your resume, oh, I played Coachella this year, boom, boom, boom. I feel like you get booked so much, bro.
I want to start fucking doing that.
Bro, like that, you gotta fucking milk the fuck out of
And I
that
think
shit,
too, though, a big thing is like, because I don't have an actual manager is why it's so hard for me to realize like, I think that's why imposter syndrome hits me, because it's like I'm so busy with my just regular weekly gigs out here that I don't have the time to be like, or I haven't had the time to be like, okay, like let's set something up for a bigger platform. And it's conversations like this that I need to have though on some real shit.